1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum, this is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Humayun Zebabasi. First, we look into the main headlines. Launching the economic survey for the outgoing fiscal year in Islamabad today, Finance Minister vowed to lead the country towards responsible, sustainable and inclusive growth. Economic survey reflects overall increase in growth of different sector in the past financial year. Joint session of the Parliament is underway at the Parliament House in Islamabad with Speaker National Assembly in the chair. Prime Minister has underlined the need for exploring new avenues of collaboration between Pakistan and Iran. All parties Hurriyat Conference has categorically stated that fascist Modi regime cannot suppress Kashmir's resolve for freedom through illegal arrest in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. International Atomic Energy Agency has adopted a resolution criticizing Iran for refusing to provide answers about uranium traces. And now the news in further more detail. Finance Minister Mifta Ismail has vowed to lead the country towards responsible, sustainable and inclusive growth. Launching the economic survey of the outgoing fiscal year 2021 to 2022 at a ceremony in Islamabad today, he said imminent default has been averted due to the difficult decisions taken by present government. He said the country has now been put on path of stability. Finance Minister said the growth rate remained 5.97% during current fiscal year, but this growth also created the problems of current account deficit and balance of payments crisis. He said imports increased by 43% during the current fiscal year, which will touch $76 to $77 billion. Mifta Ismail said exports also increased by 28%. Resultantly, he said the trade deficit reached $45 billion. The finance minister said our foreign exchange reserves reduced by $5.6 billion in March, which currently stand at around $9.7 billion. He, however, expressed the confidence that foreign exchange reserves will touch $12 billion in the next few days with a provision of $2.4 billion by China. Mifta Ismail said we have to increase prices of petroleum products because Brent price is hovering around $120 to $123 per barrel in international market. As regards the foreign direct investment, he said this was $2 billion in 2017 to 2018, and today the FDI has come down to $1.25 billion in the first 9 months of current fiscal year. Mifta Ismail said Pakistan will have to import 3 million tons of wheat this year to meet domestic requirements. According to economic survey, agriculture sector registered growth of 44.40% as compared to last year's growth of 3.48%. The crop sector posted a growth of 6.58% against 5.96% of last year. The cotton crop increased to 8.3 million bales, rice production to 9.3 million tons, and sugarcane increased to 88.7 million tons. Maize production increased to 10.6 million tons, whilst wheat production decreased from 27.5 million tons to 26.4 million tons. Livestock posted a growth of 3.26% during the current fiscal year as compared to 2.38% during the same period last year. Fishing sector grew by 3.35% compared to growth of 0.73% in the same period last year. Forestry sector posted a positive growth of 6.13% against the negative growth of 0.45% last year. Domestic production of fertilizers during the first 9 months of current fiscal year increased by 1.9% over the same period last year. During the first 9 months of current fiscal year, the large-scale manufacturing posted growth of 10.4% as compared to growth of 4.2% same period last year. Mining and quarrying sector remained negative at 4.47% as against the growth of 1.2% last year. Fiscal deficit widened to 3.8% of GDP during the first 9 months of this fiscal year against 3.0% in the previous period. Similarly, the primary balance posted a deficit of 447.2 billion rupees. Total revenues increased by 17.7% against 6.5% in the same period of last year. Total tax collection, both at federal and provincial level, grew by 28.1%, whilst non-tax revenues fell by 14.3%. The consumer price index inflation for the current fiscal year has been recorded at 11.3%, as against 8.8% during the same period last year. During the first 10 months of current fiscal year, the FBR has been able to collect 4,855.8 billion net tax revenues, reflecting a growth of 28.5%. As per the economic survey, the total public debt was recorded at the 44,366 billion rupees at the end of March this year. Domestic debt was recorded at 28,076 billion rupees, whilst external public debt was recorded at $8.8 billion. The joint session of the National Assembly at the Senate resumed at the Parliament House in Islamabad this evening, with the Speaker, National Assembly, Raja Pervez Ashraf, in the chair. This is Radio Pakistan. On the other hand, the Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has underlined the need for tapping vast potential in areas of trade and economic cooperation, exploring new avenues of collaboration between Pakistan and Iran. He was talking to Iranian Ambassador Sayyid Ali Mohammad Husseini, who called on him in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister also emphasized on early finalization of Poland Gwadar project that would provide additional electricity of 100 megawatt from Iran to Pakistan. Shehbaz Sharif conveyed gratitude for Iran's consistent support on issue of Kashmir, especially by Supreme Leader, highlighting precarious humanitarian and economic situation in Afghanistan. Prime Minister underlined the need that people of Afghanistan should be provided access to frozen assets. Shehbaz Sharif also thanked Iran for its timely assistance in controlling forest fire in Balochistan. The Iranian ambassador reaffirmed commitment to enhance bilateral cooperation in all areas of mutual interest. He also highlighted close consultations between two countries on important regional and international issues, including Afghanistan. While emphasizing the importance of high-level exchanges, the Prime Minister renewed his invitation to Iranian leadership to visit Pakistan at an early date. President Dr. Arif Alvi has approved to confer Tamgha Imtiaz posthumously to 3 Chinese teachers killed in a terrorist attack in Karachi on 26 April. The award has been approved in recognition of their services to strengthen Pak-China ties and improvement of bilateral relations in the fields of education and culture. In Indian legally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference General Secretary Maulvi Bashir Ahmad Irfani, while denouncing the arrest of hundreds of Kashmiris in the ongoing search operation, has made it clear the fascist Modi regime cannot suppress the Kashmiri resolve for freedom through illegal arrests and house raids. The International Atomic Energy Agency has adopted a resolution criticizing Iran for refusing to provide answers about uranium traces at 3 undeclared sites. 35-member IAEA Board of Governors passed a resolution brought by the US, UK, Germany and France with 30 votes in favor. Russian Ambassador Mikhail Olvayon in a tweet said that Russia and China voted against the resolution, while India, Libya and Pakistan abstained. News about Turkey. The Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has called on Greece to stop the militarization of Asia, islands with non-military status, and to act in accordance with international agreements. Speaking at a ceremony in Izmir province, he said Greece is acting as if it is making touristic landings on Aegean islands. He stressed that Turkey will not relinquish its rights in the Aegean Sea and will not hesitate to use its powers stemming from international agreements. Now adding some cricket news, the second one-day international between Pakistan and the West Indies will be played in Bulletin tomorrow. The match will start at 4 p.m. Pakistan is leading the 3-match series 1-0. And finally adding weather report. Mainly very hot and dry weather expected in most plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunderstorm expected in Islamabad, Potawar region, northeast Punjab, upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. Gusty winds are likely to prevail in central and southern Punjab and lower Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Once again, we look into the main headlines. Launching the economic survey for the outgoing fiscal year in Islamabad today, Finance Minister vowed to lead the country towards responsible, sustainable and inclusive growth. Economic survey reflects overall increase in growth of different sector in the past financial year. And joint session of Parliament is underway at the Parliament House, Islamabad, with Speaker National Assembly in the chair. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, you can always log on to our website, radio.gov.pk. You can also watch live video streaming for bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.